All right, it's your girl, Sandra D, the main event, and welcome to my channel. And welcome to my community of love and unity. We will not be talking about hair, and we will not be talking about food. We are on the journey of talking about the narcissist. All right, now let's get into it, y'all. Now, I have been asked from some of the people in the community, and I'm not going to tell you who because that ain't none of your business. Okay? Asking me if the narcissist ever genuinely liked them. And I'm going to answer that question, but it may not be the way you like it. But I'm going to tell you the truth. The narcissist did like you. But the narcissist did not like you how you liked the narcissist. Because the narcissist is an opportunist. Okay? A con artist. And a manipulator. And he's just like his father, the devil. He's the son of lies. Like father, like son, because the devil is the father of lies. And even Jesus spoke on it and said, you just like your father. When he was talking to these evil entities, he said, you just like your father, the devil. Because they full of darkness. And this is how they live their lives, looking for those just like the devil on who they can devour. And they were looking for people to manipulate. Now, they do manipulate all people, but what they're looking for is people who are sympathetic, caring, nurturing, loving. They're looking for men and women who fit that. Because one, you are dealing with someone who has unhealed traumas in their life. And even though the narcissist does know that there's a difference between rejection and acceptance. Excuse me. They know. They didn't get the hugs or the love because their parents or whoever was raising them didn't get that. And some things are just passed down from generation to generation. It doesn't make it right because they chose to decide to do that. But then you have some that choose to make a difference and do something different and not raise their children or kids that they are guardians over the same way they were brought up. So they know that there's a difference. The narcissist refuses to heal and look in the mirror regarding the trauma that they had experienced. I'm giving you my opinion because I'm not a psychologist, but my opinion is, and because I've been through this narcissistic abuse that is distasteful, okay, let me focus. Sorry, I digress. It's painful. And I just am taking a step back and I'm looking at this as in this individual didn't want to take the time to heal because it was too painful and they couldn't handle it. Now, I'm not giving no excuses to the narcissist. Hell no. Because at the end of the day, as painful as it is, in order for you to get to the other side to be free, you got to go through the process. And hell no, it's not easy. It's hard as hell. But when you're going through the process and you saved, you have God that helps you through the process. So when the narcissist picked you and chose you, you were their temporary relief from being able to detach themselves from the trauma that they have been carrying that load since childhood or whenever the trauma happened. So the narcissist likes you for what you can provide, which is why it's called supply. You supply them with something that they have been lacking, that they were not receiving and getting. And when you give a narcissist something in that capacity, this is why the narcissist tries to attach themselves to your life. This is why they do a trauma bond, because the bond they feel will keep you and them tied together. But the devil is a liar, because it does not. What it does is it teaches you that when God says to you, He is separating the sheep from the goat, that is wickedness in high places. He is letting you know about these dark entities that come across your path. And some of these entities, you can see what they are naturally. Because some people, when they don't give a damn, they don't give a damn. They'll show you their ass. Literally. And then you have some that are crafty and slick that will come in to deceive you because you didn't recognize that you were being manipulated, that you were being tricked, that you was being bamboozled, that you thought that the person that you had met was genuine and they weren't. They were a counterfeit. So the narcissist does like your supply. But the narcissist never liked you the way you liked the narcissist. They didn't feel what you feel. Now, do they feel a certain way? Yeah, because when they find something that's appeasing to their eyes that they've been wanting and looking for, hell yeah, they happy. For a moment. And find some type of relief through your supply. So when the narcissist picked you, they picked you to give them relief from their own abuse that was inflicted on them, but now they're trying to cast it on you as a way of them thinking that that's going to free them from their trauma. Now, it may give them temporary relief, but it doesn't last because it can't, because the promise wasn't given to the narcissist, which is why the narcissist manipulated you, because they wanted you to hand them over the keys to your destiny so that they can ride off in the sunset and leave you in the dust with your destiny. Because they need to relieve themselves of the torment that they deal with every day. Because they relive the same thing that happens. And they know the difference between when somebody does them right and when somebody does them wrong. You're not going to sit here and tell me that they don't know, because they do. They know because you showed them the difference. So they're not stupid. They play dumb, but they're not stupid. They know the difference. They played on your kindness. They took advantage of your good nature. And because you were good to them, which they liked, but as soon as you let them know about your boundaries and what wasn't okay with you, oh, that was a problem. Because just like a little kid does when they don't get their way, what they do, they fall out and they have a temper tantrum. And that's what the narcissist does with you, so that they can try to get their way and make you change their mind. The only thing is they not throwing themselves on the floor. Maybe some of them do. I don't know all narcissists, no cap, no shade. I'm just telling the truth. But they threw fits to try to get you to change your mind, to allow them to act any old kind of way that they feel that they should act because they grown. How you gonna be grown and you still acting like a little ass baby? That is not being a grown up. You still childish. How you gonna call yourself a man or call yourself a woman and you still acting like a child? And then you going around manipulating people and you ain't even willing to heal your own trauma, but trying to cast the trauma onto somebody else to give yourself some temporary relief, to make it seem like you got it going on and that you're the victim in the whole thing, and reprogramming and grooming people to take your abuse that you done had, that you are giving, that you still living, that you're trying to put on somebody else to make yourself look good, and you the bad guy and criminal and all the whole damn thing. Now make it make sense. So yeah, The narcissist like you for your supply. Some of that was material. Some of that came through things that you could offer the narcissist that the narcissist was looking for and needed but never got. A narcissist gets supply like a person who likes to hoard things. See, the narcissist thought that you would never leave. Because when they were reprogramming you, they were reprogramming you so that you could not leave and would never leave. But the devil is a lie. Because you ain't insecure. You're healed. You're delivered. You're set free. You're not like the narcissist. And God was not going to allow that relationship to be. Now, he did allow what you allowed. Because when you don't take heed to certain things that God is telling you, and you allow certain things, God will allow it too. But he ain't going to allow it to destroy you. But he will use it as a way for you to recognize and understand that what he's saying in his word to you that maybe you didn't experience, or you just think they just stories in the Bible. That they're not just stories. And that these wicked things are happening in the earth. Not just back then, they happening even now. So they're not just stories of you just reading about victories, but the victories are put in place for you so you can recognize that you have the victory too. Because there is nothing in the Bible, if you've ever read your Bible, and I have from beginning to end, I don't say that to be cocky or arrogant or have an ego about it. No, because I'm serious about my walk. I'm perfect? No. But when God saved me, he had me at hello. I know how he brought me through and what he's done for me. I got a personal relationship with him. And those who have a personal relationship, I'm sure that you can testify on how God has brought you through. But the Bible has these are not just stories, these scriptures, but these are people who also went through trials, tribulations. They even dealt with narcissists. Now, it may not say narcissists in the Bible as far as I didn't read that part, but it definitely will let you know the characteristics. These are not just feel-good stories. This is real life. And when you look in it, you will see your life in there somewhere. Because if God did it for them, God will do it for you. Because God loves you. I don't give a care what that narcissist says. The narcissist don't know God. Because if the narcissist knew how good God was, he wouldn't have came up against you or God. Because you and God are one. Ain't no separate the two. Now, the narcissist liked and loved what you have that the narcissist was not getting. And the narcissist chose you because you have gifts and abilities to do things that the narcissist is not willing to do. And when they're looking at you as their fix. Okay? Like they're superhero. Because they are depending on you to heal those hurts and that brokenness and that trauma bond that they have been suffering through the years or whenever it had happened. But that's not how this works. Because in order for you to be healed, you got to go through the process. And that means you got to look at both sides of the coin, the head side and the tail. That means you got to look at what you experienced, but you also got to look at yourself. Why did you allow? Because you got to remember, you got people that'll tell you things, and some of it is true. Some of them have been through some very traumatizing things. I'm not going to say that they haven't. But you don't have no excuse when you become an adult. Okay? Or you at an age where you can get the help for the healing, because you don't get that excuse. They don't have psychiatrists and therapists and pastors and life coaches and things of that nature that has help for you to get the help that you need for you to heal, and you need to do the work. You don't get no excuse. There is no excuse for you to think that somebody is going to fix you. No one can fix you but God. They can give you the tools to help you, but you got to do the work. You have to look at the man in the mirror. You have to learn how to forgive. And that takes time. I'm not going to sit over here and say it's you because you said it that's how it happened. No. But it doesn't mean you're holding on to animosity or bitterness either, because that's not who you are. But you're going through the process of letting go of a hurt, a wound, somebody who did you dirty intentionally and on purpose. And that's the part that is mind-boggling and hurts, that they did it on purpose. Can't say you did it accidentally. No, you did it on purpose. That wasn't no accident. They hurt you on purpose. And was enjoying every moment of hurting you. Now make that make sense for somebody that wants something good, but is doing you bad. So yeah, they chose you. They liked you because of your supply. They liked what you had to offer them. But they never liked you like how you like them, which is why the relationship did not work. Because you know your self-worth. A healthy person knows this. And an unhealthy person is going to want to try to corrupt a healthy person because they're miserable. And misery loves company, aka that's why they asses need and want supply, because they're miserable. And they will never be happy as long as they continue on this path of journey of destruction. It's like the crab in the bucket. All they're doing is trying to bring you down to try to make themselves look like they leveling up. But how the hell they leveling up and they ain't had it going on before they met you? But while they was with you, they was climbing the ladder. Why? Because your blessings blesses. The narcissist can't do what you do. They make people think that's what they can do. But it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all make-believe. That the narcissist made you believe that was true. So to answer your question, did the narcissist like you? Yeah, they liked your supply, but they never liked you how you like them. I'll catch you guys in the next video.